When you think of Japan, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Is it, a serene, ancient temple? Or is it the buzzing energy of a city lit up with neon signs? For most of us, it's actually both, right? Japan is this absolutely fascinating place where a deep, deep respect for tradition doesn't just exist alongside a relentless drive for the future, it actually fuels it.
I mean, on one hand, you've got the quiet perfection of a tea ceremony, a craft that's been honed over generations. And on the other hand, you have the organized chaos of Shibuya Crossing, humanoid robots, and of course those famous bullet trains. But here's the thing, these aren't two separate worlds. They are completely woven together. It's all part of one single, powerful, and totally unique identity.
So that's the big question we're going to tackle today. How did this happen? How did a country manage to strike this incredible balance and become such a powerhouse in technology and economics? Let's dive into that story.
To really understand Japan's incredible rise, we have to start at its absolute lowest point. I'm talking about right after World War II. The country was, for all intents and purposes, devastated. Cities were just gone, industries had completely collapsed, and honestly, the future looked incredibly bleak.
But what happened next? Well, it was nothing short of a miracle. From the absolute ashes of 1945, Japan didn't just rebuild, it completely reinvented itself. And they did it with this unbelievable resilience. Get this, by 1968, just a little over 2 decades later, it had become the world's second largest economy. I mean, think about that. The speed of that transformation is just staggering.
So yeah, this recovery wasn't just about putting buildings back up. It was a period of such explosive growth that historians actually have a name for it, the Japanese economic miracle. And it would literally change the world.
So what was this miracle, exactly? Well, it was about 3 decades of intense, super-focused growth, kicking off in the 50s and running all the way through the 80s. And during this time, Japanese factories started making things with a level of quality and efficiency that made the rest of the world sit up and really take notice.
And right at the heart of all this were companies that basically became the face of this new Japan. I'm talking about brands we all know: Sony, Toyota, Panasonic, Honda. These companies didn't just get big, they became global giants, and their names became synonymous with innovation and, you guessed it, quality.
So the big takeaway here is that Japan built more than just products. It built a global brand. That phrase, made in Japan, it became this powerful statement, right? It was basically a guarantee that what you were holding was precision engineered, efficient, and unbelievably reliable. And these weren't just business tactics, they were a reflection of the national culture.
But Japan didn't just stop at being great at manufacturing. No way. The country then made this really critical pivot. It went all in on technology and robotics in a way that would, once again, set it completely apart from everyone else. They became true engines of innovation.
You see, Japan's whole relationship with robotics is just different. For most of us, robots are for building cars and factories. But in Japan, they're seen as partners, designed to support society. We're talking about robotic companions helping out in nursing homes or advanced systems working in hospitals. This deep, cultural embrace of automation is so central to modern Japan.
All right, I want you to remember one year, just one, 1964. This was the moment Japan decided to put its technological genius on the world stage in a way that was absolutely impossible to ignore.
So in 1964, just in time for the Tokyo Olympics, Japan unveiled the Shinkansen, the bullet train. You have to remember, at this time, trains pretty much everywhere else were slow, kind of dirty, and often late. And then Japan comes out with the fastest, safest, and most punctual train system ever created. It wasn't just an improvement, it was a total revolution.
And the Shinkansen became so much more than just a train. Even today, its average annual delay is measured in seconds, not minutes, seconds. It became this powerful, moving symbol of Japan's national obsession with precision, with being on time, and with this relentless push for progress. So you have to ask, where does this incredible attention to detail come from? I mean, how do you get a whole country on board with this level of quality? Well, the answer isn't just in some policy or business strategy. It's actually a cultural philosophy that shapes the entire Japanese approach to work.
It's a word you might have heard, kaizen. It translates to continuous improvement. But this is so much more than a corporate buzzword you'd see on a motivational poster. It's a deeply ingrained philosophy. It means that every single person in a company, from the CEO in the corner office all the way down to the newest person on the assembly line, is expected to be constantly looking for small ways to make things just a little bit better every single day.
And the process itself is this simple but incredibly powerful cycle. You find one tiny little area for improvement, you focus all your energy on perfecting just that one detail. You make the change, and then you immediately start the whole process over again, looking for the next thing. It's the compounding effect of thousands of these tiny improvements that eventually leads to world-class results.
Okay, so this brings us to what might just be the most fascinating part of Japan's identity, this incredible harmony it has between its ancient past and its high-tech future. Just think about this for a second. At the very same time that Japan is leading the world in robotics and futuristic tech, it's also passionately preserving traditions that are hundreds of years old. The intense focus of a tea ceremony, the wild energy of a local festival, the discipline of martial arts, these aren't just things you see in a museum. They're a living, breathing part of modern life in Japan. And that balance right there, that unique ability to charge into the future without ever letting go of its past, that is what makes Japan so special and so deeply respected all over the world. So when you zoom out and look at the whole story, from total devastation to being a global powerhouse, from ancient culture to futuristic technology, it's really a journey that's defined by three huge ideas: resilience, discipline, and creativity.
Japan's story continues to shape our world, and it really is this powerful lesson in what's possible. And that kind of leaves us with one last thought, right? What can we, in our own lives, or even in our own societies, learn from this incredible story of focus and reinvention?